Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Alright, today I'm at Brisbane Magistrates Court. Client was charged with mid-range drink driving, reading at .126. It was a single vehicle accident, collided with a tree, wrote the vehicle off. As I said, .126, that's mid-range, so the mid-range bracket starts at .1 and goes up to .149. In Queensland, if you're the holder of a open Queensland licence, you haven't lost your licence in the last 5 years, and your reading's either low or mid-range, meaning under .15, you are eligible to apply for a DUI drink driving work licence. Simple eligibility doesn't equate to success, particularly where there's a collision and a riding off of a vehicle and where your reading's mid-range, .126, but eligibility is there as a starting point. My client, because they were eligible, did instruct me to apply for a DUI drink driving work licence. So worst case scenario without a work licence is a 12-month disqualification, managed minimum 3 months. But when you apply for a work licence, and if you're successful, the magistrates have got the power to double the disqualification, and 9 times out of 10 they do that, meaning that the worst case with the work licence becomes 2 years, and the minimum bumps up to 6 months. So as I said, my client was eligible, given that they hadn't lost their licence previously in the last 5 years, and they were a holder of an open Queensland licence. Basically, with work licences, the applications, if you're not self-employed, I need to draft about an 8-page affidavit talking about your income, expenses, family situation, what happened on the day in question, steps you've taken to address the issues, and etc. It's 8 pages, but in a nutshell, that's what it is. But also, if you're employed, I need to do about a 4-page affidavit up for your boss to sign, saying that you will, or why you need your licence to either do your job or get to work to do it, and the fact that if you don't have a licence, you will lose your job, whether that's because you can't do your job or you simply just can't get there. If you're self-employed, obviously there's no employer to sign an affidavit, but your affidavit, I need to go in a lot more detail, so I've got to embed your profit and loss and go in a lot more detail about the commercial difficulties you're going to suffer without a licence. I drafted all those affidavits well before court and provided them to both the prosecutions and the court in advance. I got my client to complete a reformatory course that we get all of our clients to do. Got her to get references based on a template we provide. Obviously, the fact that there was a collision and she'd written her car off aggravates the matter. So it was always going to be difficult to get it over the line. So I had to, as I said, make sure the client did everything that I asked, and to their credit, they did. But again, with regard to the affidavits, I had to address sort of every aspect. You know, what happened, why they in that moment felt it appropriate to drive, how the collision came about, the loss they've suffered. Fortunately, there was, as I said, it was a single vehicle accident with a tree, so there was no third parties hurt or suffering a loss, which I won't say that's a good thing, but it's fortunate that no one was injured or hurt or suffered loss or whatever. But again, it aggravates the matter, and like with a work licence, there's 2 things you need to prove. One's financial hardship, which generally isn't that difficult. You're either going to lose your job or you're not, but fit, proper person is the harder part. You know, if you're a menace on the road, or if you smash your car into trees while drunk, it's hard to convince a magistrate that you are a fit and proper person, and if you can't get up on that leg, your application will fail and you won't get a work licence and you will be off the road for however long the magistrate deems fit. As I said, filed everything with the court in advance. I'd met the client previously because in Brisbane, the courts won't hear work licence applications on the first date. You've got to adjourn it for a work licence hearing. So that was done on a previous occasion. But met the client again today, revisited the affidavits, ran through the procedure, what was going to happen, what I was going to most likely say, prosecutor, magistrate, etc. We went in, I guided the magistrates through the key points of the affidavit, spoke on my feet to a certain extent, but no longer than necessary. Look, the short version is I was successful in persuading the magistrate to grant my client's work licence application. So she was disqualified for 7 months, which is quite reasonable given she'd smashed her car into a tree and her reading was .126 and she was granted a work licence. But again, work licence granted, so she can keep driving for work purposes only, 5 a.m. to 10:30 p.m, 7 days a week. Obviously, client's very happy. I'm Andrew Wiseman at Brisbane Magistrates Court. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle imprisonment or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the wise man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving?